I'm Carrie Mae from A Happy Home Media, and I want to share with you my very first art journal. If I can do this, so can you. This is an 18-month desk calendar that I got the idea from Gina from No More Excuses. There's a bunch of ephemera at the front, pockets of things that I didn't use. I kept them in there. These were my goals for the year, things I wanted to accomplish and do. So these are all kinds of ideas of things you can put into your art journal. Birthdays. I added my color palette. So I've got Prismacolor pencils and pan watercolors, some golden acrylics, and I wanted to know what colors I had. Plus it makes it look pretty. Now the book, No More Excuses, talks about doing things on a daily basis. Doing things like adding what the weather is, or color a doodle, something a little bit every day. But I want you to see how I just kept adding different things and made it my own as I went by. I kind of broke all the rules. Envelopes hold business cards and little things that I didn't want to lose, tickets and things like that. This is my trip to Portland. Oh, that's such a great time. I love seeing these pictures. It just brings me back. I played with fonts and lettering, and other things I added in here that you'll see are lists of things. I added yarn. I spun some of my own yarn, stuck it in there. I learned how to do some watercoloring. I played with all kinds of different things. I learned how to do Zentangle from a library book. Played with acrylics. And sometimes I just got tired of doing something every day, so I just did one for the whole week and just glued over the dates for that. That works too. Now you can get a lot of different ideas from different places. Sometimes journals have books, and even on Pinterest, they'll give you prompts of things that you can write about. I watched some YouTube videos and tutorials on how to color with colored pencils or how to draw birds. You can even copy things from Pinterest or other places that you like Google. If you want to do a bird, you can just Google it. And you know what's really fun is to trace something. Trace a coloring book. I think I traced that horse there. Now there's a lot in here I didn't do myself. I put postcards in, I played with color, or I put fabric in here. I put the first woven sample I did, it's in here. Pieces of lace that I just liked. Photographs, lots of photographs that I had that I loved, but I never put it into a photo album, so some of them are really old, but I don't care. It's a great place to put it. Some things I left blank, like I would draw a picture and I would never get around to coloring it. Totally fine. Those are all my childhood homes. Growing up, made a little map. Then I got into acrylics. Ooh, the acrylics are fun. Little paper clips that you can stick things in. Oh, self-portrait. That looks like me, doesn't it? You can write down your plans for the week, for the year. You can make lists of things. I made an I like list. You can even do a rant. You're just really fed up with something and just write it all down. And then you know what's really fun about that is you take your acrylics and then you cover up the whole thing and nobody knows what it says. Brilliant. It's there. It's part of you. Feel free to doodle. You can try out different pens. And what you're going to notice here at the end of the book, well, it's unfinished. Because I got really busy. I moved, I had a baby, and I just left it. I had to decide if I was going to finish this book or not. Well, I decided to not finish the book. Washi tape. All that washi tape was so much fun to stick in. So there's some watercoloring I never got around to. I just drew the pictures. That was a little scrap of my weaving I did. Fly fishing. I would love to go fly fishing someday. Oh, brownies. Who doesn't like brownies? Not a lot of drawing in that, but that's okay. It's just a Mod Podge of stuff. Speaking of Mod Podge is a great glue, and that's what I use to glue all this stuff in. Now, if you want to know how I did all these pages, here's some blank ones coming up. That's the book, No More Excuses. That's what I used. Now, you can go get a library book of any kind and just follow it. Just follow the directions. If it says, try out these watercolors or try out a prompt, well, go ahead and try it. It doesn't have to be this particular book that I used. Little notes from my kids. There's actually some drawings in there that I did when I was in kindergarten. What am I going to do with that? Well, I stuck it in my journal. I guess my mom could have stuck it in her journal. Baby blues. Who doesn't like baby blues? Comics that are really funny. Little pictures your kids do. Now, a lot of this made me look really messy, but I had fun doing it. I loved getting my fingers into the paint. I got out of the brushes and started using my fingers. And then I started to do more journaling in there, and I used pens and markers. Got really splattery. I didn't do it every day as much, but I found it very relaxing. You could do this. You could put on some favorite music, get onto your Pandora, get your earbuds in, use whatever supplies you have. You can use the Crayola crayons and just the simple little dollar store watercolor paints. Very easy. Copy your quotes down, and I just threw the rest of what I never got around to in the back here. You have permission. You do not have to finish your book. You can just say, I'm done with this. I'm going to start a new one. I'm starting a new year. Your year can start anytime you want. It's not a have to. It's a joy to. You can do it.